Hi, my name is Patricia Angelica. I'm from HND. Today I'm gonna talk about error, accidents, and natural hazard, and procedural error. Human error is an explanation of malfunction, unintended consequence from operating a system. There also are many factors that cause a person to have an error due to the unwanted error of human. Type of error occurs at the point of task execution and includes action performed in autopilot, skipping, or reordering a step in a procedure, performing the right action on the wrong object, or performing the wrong action on the right object. Humans often are not good at assessing their own information, and their emotion affect performance, then they will get frustrated. Lastly, human perceptions are slower than equipment, and information overload may also be a problem. Procedural error occurs when different procedures are used to answer the same call and provide slightly to different server. If two people are rounding and one rounds down and the other rounds up, this is procedural error.
Hi, my name is Lau Wei Hong. Today I have talked about the software error. The software error is a mismatch between the program and its specification. In other words, we can say the software error is present in a program when the program doesn't not do what is an user expect, and these are the example of the software error. Second one, category of software error. There are many points, which is user interface error such as output error or incorrect user message function error, hardware defect, incorrect program version, requirement error, design error, documentation error, modular interface error, performance error, boundary related error, and so on. There are two ways to deliver software free of error. The first one is preventing the introduction of error in the first place. Identify the bug lurking in the program code, see them out and destroy them. And the software error type are many. The first one is functionality error. The functionality is the way the software is intended to behave. However, as a functionality error, if something that you expect is to do is hard, is awkward, confusing, or impossible, that's the first error. The second error is communication error, and this are the example. This error occur in communication from software to end user. Anything that end user need to know in order to use the software should be made available on screen. The third one is missing comment error. This happen to occur when an expected comment is missing. Next is the syntactic error. Syntactic error is misspell the word, grammatically incorrect sentence, and very evident when testing the software GUI. However, please note that we are not referring to syntax error in code. Hence, the compiler will warn the developer about any syntax error that occur in the code. This error we can always see at the calculator one. When you type the error, type the wrong formula or the number, the screen of calculator, there always will appear the syntax error. It's the same with the syntactic error. The next error is error handling error. Okay, any error that occur while the user interacting with the software need to be handled in a clean and likewise meaningful manner. If not, it's called an error handling error. Okay, the last one is calculation error. This error will occur due to any the following reason. One is bad logic, second is incorrect formula, and the third one is data type mismatch, and the fourth one is coding error, and the last one is the function call issue. Okay, these all are the software error, and that's all for me. Okay, thank you.
Electromechanical problem. Finding shows that electromechanical problem that we could encounter are wear out, poor design, and power failure. Every electronics and its mechanics are built through a certain lifeline. When the electronics are constantly switched on and off, this could shorten the life cycle of electronic parts and as well as its mechanical parts. Constant heat produced by the computer could affect the electronics that causes this wear out. Some electronics could lose its ability to produce the same amount of desired outcome compared to when it was newly installed. Sometimes computer and communication systems are poorly designed and constructed. Poor design and construction of device could affect the wear out of its electromechanical by means of entanglements of wire or permanent parts are moving, in which case could cause loose in circuitry. With poor design, a computer could crash and data we save could be lost. Power failure is a huge drawback to computer and communication system in ways that we could lose data due to power surge on the CPU and could fry up the memory cards because these chipsets are made out of small electronic parts which could only handle certain amount of power input. Therefore, electromechanical problems persist to exist as a threat. Computer crimes. There are two types of computer crime which could be defined as illegal act of perpetrated against a computer or communication system whereby the computer is intended target of the culprit, or the use of computer or communication to accomplish an illegal act, whereby the computer is the tool used to carry out the illegal activity. Illegal acts against the computer could be related to how culprit would carry out an offense by putting malicious code or programs which could affect the integrity of a computer system. By doing this, the culprit could take control over the computer system and compromise the system to further the attack into the system. Commonly, this is called a hack. This is a way of taking an unauthorized access to information stored in a system that breaks and circumventing the security measure on a computer system. The information the culprit acquires can be used against the user or could be sold to interested parties. Using computer as a tool to commit illegal act or to commit fraud are carried out by a person familiar with the way of computing. These acts are involved in the theft of hardware, software, intellectual property, services, and information. Internet fraud could also relate to Wi-Fi, phishing, or any related ways of fraud. For a highly skilled computer hacker, they could carry out crimes of malice towards any entire system by crashing it. It is also possible for the hacker to attack on power control system and attack on internet server, which are highly protected with proactive or reactive security in place.
Oh, hello everyone, I didn't see you there. So for today we'll be talking about dirty data problem. So I will be read out about the definition of dirty data problem. So the definition for dirty data problem is dirty data can contain such mistake as spelling or punctuation error, incorrect data associated with a field, incomplete or outdated data, or even data that has been duplicated in the database. They can be cleaned through a process known as a data cleansing. So I'll be talking about 7 common type of dirty data. So we're going through. For the first one is duplicate data. Okay, duplicate data are among the worst offender of data pollution. Duplicates can form in a number of ways, including data migration. So this kind of problem we actually have encountered in our everyday life, even in our usage of phone, in our mobile. As you can see, there will be a duplicate of data that you don't even need. That is one of the problem that we always encounter. So here are the cause of duplicate data: inflated storage count, insufficient workflow and data recovery, skewed metric and analytic, poor software adoption due to data inaccessibility, decreased ROI or CRM, and marketing automation system. Alright, that is one of the problem. For the second one is the outdated data, as I was saying inside the definition. So the common causes of outdated data is individual changes, role or companies, organization rebrand or get acquired, software and system evolve past their previous iteration. That is one of the problem. This is the second one, the outdated data. So we're going through the third one, insecure data. Data security and privacy law are being put into place left and right, giving business extra financial incentive to follow these newly placed law to a T. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so major data privacy law include GDPR in the EU, California Consumer Privacy and SCCPA, MINES Act to protect the privacy of online consumer information. Alright, so that is the third one. We're going through for the fourth one, incomplete data. Incomplete data is like a record that can be defined as incomplete if it's lack of key field. You need to process the incoming information before sales and marketing take action. Alright, so we going through the fifth one, incorrect data. Incorrect data is a data that is stored in a proper location. For example, a text field containing a numerical value. On the other hand, occurs when a field is filled but the information is not correct. For example, fake email address. Alright, going through for the sixth one, inconsistent data. Inconsistent data is the data that look different but represent the same thing. It may be look the same but the inside is different. So that is the meaning of inconsistent data. Alright, for the final one is too much data. Yes, data hoarding is a thing, and even though you won't find yourself in a TLC show for data hoarding, this overlooked issue is a big problem in many organizations. I'm sorry about that. So, about data hoarding causes is slower data exchange, inflated record counts, failure to stay within storage complaints limit. So that is the last one. That's all from me. I see you again.